back here with Mark Suroviec. Welcome to the Living Life Juicy podcast. And this is where I give the guests a chance to turn the tables and ask me 3 questions that they're curious about. So Mark, welcome back.
Thank you, John. All right, question number 1, John. Which is the proper direction of toilet paper? Over the top or under the bottom? And defend your position.
That's been proved by the patent. The patent has the toilet paper going over the top. So if you do it the other way, you're wrong.
All right, I will tell my wife. All right, question.
Look up the patent. There's a picture of it going over the top.
Question number 2. In the business world, there's this common misconception that leadership and management are 2 opposing forces, as if leadership is good and management is bad. Do you agree or disagree, and why?
Oh, man. There's so much that's been written on leadership, and nobody has it figured out yet. I don't think, well, first of all, I think there are positions where you manage people. Mm-hmm. And people management positions require what we call leadership. Now, if you've been through leadership courses, you always hear that everybody's a leader, but not everybody's a manager. And I would push back and say the only people who say that are the people who've been through leadership courses. You ask anybody else and they'll say, what does a leader do? Oh, they have direct reports and they lead people. And so when I talk about leadership skills, I would rather frame it up as not soft skills or leadership skills, but professional skills. So if you think about what we teach leaders, everybody in your organization would benefit from better critical thinking, emotional intelligence, knowing how to gather, inform, and develop teams, knowing how to communicate and knowing how to coach people. Anybody in your organization from the most rookie position would benefit and be a better professional. So to me, when you talk about leadership and management, I think you cannot, it's difficult to manage without leadership skills. And if you try, you're probably going to frustrate people who you're leading, managing, whether you're managing people or managing projects, you're interacting. I love what Adam Grant has to say about not everybody is a leader, and emotional intelligence isn't the right thing for some people. If you're an engineer and you don't have to interact with people, it can actually be a drag to your professional career to be too empathetic or have too much emotional intelligence, because that's not a competency you need to have. Now, outside the job, it's important to have, because none of us are like I had a physics professor. His goal in life was to lock himself in a room, have people shove food under the door and program. So don't know how relevant EI is to that, but he had to teach us, so we had to have some of it. Did that answer your question? Or that's a great question.
That was fantastic. All right, final question, and probably the most important. If an alien death ray melted off one of your arms and you got to the hospital and they were all out of prosthetic arms and you had to replace it with a non-prosthetic object, what would you put there and why?
Oh, that's the trash grabber. Okay. It worked at camps, and it's not prosthetic, but you can still grab stuff with it. You just don't have articulating elbows.
Okay.
So you couldn't feed yourself with that limb.
Okay.
I'm assuming arm. Now leg, if a leg got melted off, I'm thinking a long-handled plunger might work as a leg.
Which is the suction cup on the top or the bottom?
Reversible. How about one on each end, so one sticks onto the nub and the other one can be like controlled and help you get traction?
Awesome. That made my day.
Thanks for playing, Mark. This is wonderful, especially coming from somebody who has an improv background. And also I love the sandwich of they're all relevant and serious questions, but putting the leader management in the middle and then having some fun on the ends. So
love it.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks, John.